No. Hi! I'm so glad you're here. Continuing our rainbow project series, today is green, and because today is green, I thought it would be fun to incorporate some greenery into the project and to make a new pot for my newest little plant, tiny cactus. My mom just got me this tiny cactus assortment because my other one suddenly shriveled up out of nowhere after it had been growing quite well, and then it just... So we're gonna give this one a shot. Oh, but you know what? I have a better mug for this. There we go. So that's the plan. We're going to make a new little pot with some air dry clay. Although how long do you take to dry? Ooh. Drying time is approximately 2 to 3 days depending on size and thickness of the sculpture. We're not going to sculpt because we don't have 2 to 3 days to wait for it to dry. So I guess we're going to move on to plan B right away. What is plan B? Plan B is to take this tiny planter and etch a design into the side. I do have an engraving tool that but I don't think I've ever used it on ceramic, so we'll just have to see if that'll work. Not 2 minutes into the video and we're already on to plan B. At most, I thought the air dry clay would take 24 hours to dry, and I was okay with that, but 48 to 72 hours is a little too long. So we're gonna try and etch a design into the side of this little planter, even though I don't know if that will work or not on this little thing here. But what I do know is that my engraver needs a new battery, so I'm gonna go get that and then we'll get to work. Fun. It is quite dusty naturally, so I'm gonna go rinse it off, and then I think I'm going to try and use some green paint to stain all of the line work, because now where the lines are it's more coarse and hopefully paint would stick. I'm not sure if that'll work, but we're gonna try it out. So this is sort of working. I'm just kind of layering the paint on and then wiping it off from the smooth parts, hoping that it will cling to the engraved parts. However, it's only partially working. The effects of it are very slight and not as bright as I want them to be. So I am going to finish doing this because I feel like I'm 2/3 of the way through already, so I might as well just finish it. But as usual, whenever I underestimate a project, it likes to rear its head back and say, "That's what you think." To which I say, bold of you to assume that I thought any of this through before I started. And that's when I stop talking to myself and talk to you instead, which is still me talking to myself. So this doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great. Hello, it's me. I seem to be missing a clip, and of course it's the clip right in between the last segment and the reveal. I'm not sure if I deleted it or if something happened with the camera when I was putting it into the external, but the clip isn't there. So I'm here to fill in the blanks. At the point that you last saw me, I thought I was going to have to do a plan C and just paint a pot that already existed because the color was not showing up very clearly on the planter. However, something made me try to use the acrylic paint pens that I have instead, which I normally wouldn't think would work better than actual acrylic paint because they're quite cheap little pens, but something in me said, just try it. So I did, and it ended up working wonderfully. It actually worked way better than the acrylic paint. I'm not sure why this is. I don't know if it's because they're more liquidy and it seeped into the engravings more. I don't know if it's because I could more directly put the paint into the engraving marks instead of just slapping it across the entire thing. I'm not sure, but it did show up so much better, and I even added a little bit of a color gradient to it with the lighter green
writing pen that I had too. At this point, I still thought I needed a plan C. Turns out I didn't, because I ended up liking how it turned out with the paint pens, and this is what that looks like.
I love it. The plans for this one did not go to plan, but if you've watched enough of my videos, that won't be surprising in the least. I know that the result doesn't exactly match the theme of the series, but it actually does fit the theme because the green stripe and the pride flag represents nature. And we got a little bit of nature going on here. Just a very delicate little pattern. It's not super green, but we added green. And they are green, so it's green. And despite my hand cramping up quite a bit because of the engraver tool, it was actually pretty easy and fun to do. It was kind of fun just to freehand whatever I wanted on this little pot, and I really like how it turned out. And if you liked it too, you can let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see what I'm doing next, hit the subscribe button and join the channel. And if you want to know when I post, hit the notification bell and YouTube will let you know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!